Welcome, everybody, to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I'm your host, Bubba Brewer, and with my sidekick special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. How you doing today, Shane?
I'm doing great, Bubba. Can't wait to talk about some Steelers news, and there's definitely been lots of Steelers news.
Yeah, and we will get to it. So, everybody, you got to hit the YouTube channel of the Steelers Dynasty podcast, and then on my personal Facebook page. But everybody, stay tuned. We have a lot of Steelers stuff to talk about, and we're going to get it here right here after this introduction. Woo! Right out of the fire. Hey, Shane, let's rock and roll on some Steeler talk. I believe we have some comments with yep, exactly. The man from down under. Steelers
Hey,
Nation.
Mark. I'll tell you what, Mark, I was just talking about you with some coworkers today. So,
what was you telling them?
well, they're like, I told them I was out to dinner with some folks, and they're like, I have to get back. I got to do a podcast. And, I shared with them, our podcast, and then, of course, Mark's podcast. So,
oh, sweet. He says, cool. Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to Steelers Nation Australia, please do. It's a friend of the Steelers Dynasty podcast. He hates the Cincinnati Bengals, and he was one of the people that actually converted me to actually doing the split podcast here where we're all talking Steelers football tonight. So let's get hey, Craig. Beautiful patent. Hey. Craig was at WrestleMania. He had a picture with the Hulkster. Yeah. So, you know what? Mark is, and he can't stand the Bengals, but he also brought up, we also signed a kicker, and that is exactly right. We signed this kicker today, and I will bring him up on the lovely Titantron or whatever you want to call it. Matthew Wright signed today. He's been a Steeler, Shane, a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what? They got to get that competition for Boswell in the summer, and it's depth, and I'm okay with that too because it's nice to have a little bit of healthy competition in training camp. Is it, you think like that too, Shane? Or
yeah, but with Boswell, he's been so consistent. Why get in his head thinking that someone else is going to be chasing his job? Because kicking is psychological. So I don't know psychology, but
I don't either.
Unless he gets hurt, I mean, do most teams carry two kickers?
Well, I think during training camp, mini camp, stuff like that, I think they want to have some competition because if they don't have any competition, we don't want Boz getting a little bit soft, maybe. I don't. I mean, I like the Boz. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I mean, he was my player of the game many times.
I'm going to blame you, Bubba. You want to know why? Because you picked him as your MVP a couple times when they had no offense. The Steelers had no offense, and Boswell was your MVP. What do you say? The kicker just signed. The kicker signed to help out the team in offseason. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just a little bit of competition. A little bit of competition.
And also, Bubba, they might use one, to keep his leg fresh. They might just use him for kickoffs.
Well, with that new kickoff rule, that's going to be crazy. And I don't think he has to. I don't think they have to have a strong leg. But what do I know until we see it in the
well, Bubba, they just camp. Based off the rules, and they have to. If they get it in the end zone, then they get it on the 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I think but the ideal placement, I think, is right on like the 2 or 3 yard line because then they have to field it.
Yeah, and well, and our Steeler defense could come up with some big plays if we got the opponents on the 2 or 3 yard line. Except if you're Deshae Watson from Cleveland, who's been actually mother effing the Steelers, said it we're basic, But that dude, you know what I mean? If he gets out of the massage parlors and he has a crappy record against the Steelers anyway, I don't know why he's running his mouth on his podcast, but he's going to get his ass beat this year. So let him run his mouth and let him talk. And it's not even in the mini camp or draft. He's already talking smack on the Steelers. So
yeah, if you're talking smack in April, you gotta have something. Why are you thinking about the Steelers in April?
Oh, Boswell is well. You know what, Mark? Gary Anderson, me and Shane during the '80s. Gary Anderson won us a lot of games.
Mark,
the greatest, yeah. He did win a lot of games.
YouTube and Google, brother. I mean, Gary did it with one freaking bar like this, one bar, and it was like it wasn't even up here. The bar was down here, like your Adam's apple.
But also too, he had that big victory on New Year's Eve on Chuck Noll when we beat the Houston Oilers. I mean, that was huge, and that's when we beat the Houston Oilers down in Houston New Year's Eve night.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the season that started 0-2, where Cincinnati and Cleveland physically manhandled us 51-0, 49-0, or 49-7, or whatever. It was bad. I think that was Chuck Noll's greatest coaching. And then Gary Anderson, on the foot of Gary, got us into going to Denver. And on the back of Merrill Hodge, we almost won that game and went to the AFC Championship game. But Worley fumbled the ball. So,
yeah.
I mean, it happens. It happens. So let me, I'm getting the lovely Facebook stuff here. Everybody, you got to subscribe to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. This show is not on the Triple Experience, but is on the Triple Experience Spotify for audio, because I only have one channel for that, but also too, the YouTube channels, I split them up. So this is the only
subscribe. I can't say enough. Bubba can't say enough.
Nope.
How important it is, because his other channel, he has quite a few subscriptions.
Yes.
Now the new channel, we need to build it and grow it, get more eyeballs on it. So you need to subscribe, and also click the notify button to let you know when more content is out there.
I might be mistaken, but I think he did this with Robbie Phil Gold's in his later years. Okay, well, are you talking Gary? He must be talking Gary in his later years.
Yeah, I think Gary Anderson.
Well, Robbie Gold wasn't bad, but he wasn't a Steeler. So, but hey, Benjamin's in the house. Larry Stryker. Speaking of Larry Stryker, Larry's got a big look. I support everybody. Larry Stryker from Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, proud sponsor of the APWF show, coming in June 23rd. He'll have a big WrestleMania wrap-up show, I think, this week. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Larry and the boys, please do. It's very entertaining, and we just like to have entertaining podcasts. You know, people, you need a little bit of entertainment in your life, because the world sometimes goes to shit. So, okay, now he says, hey, guys. Now, Boothie says, you see they brought that number one center to the draft for a meeting. Yes, but Booth, they brought in a lot of people, and it all depends, because they're all meeting with a lot of people, because actually they met with Joey Porter's cousin today, too.
Boothie, hey, listen, brother, you can't. I don't think. I mean, the Steelers, I think, brought him in. Let me phrase this up. If that center drops low enough in the first round to a later pick, I think they'll pick him up. If he goes too early, they're going to move on to Zach Frazier. I think they're going to go with an offensive tackle early. It's my opinion.
Okay, well, the Georgia guy, that's the mock draft. Now, I have a Mel Kiper mock draft, and I hate Mel Kiper. Like me, you, and Mark, and anybody, Booth, we all could be analysts for ESPN on draft day. Now, Mel Kiper, as I have it written down in this mock draft for Mel, I know his hair is a little bit whatever straight. He actually, in his mock draft for the Steelers, picked first round Duke offensive lineman Graham Barton as, yes, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Never heard of this fucking guy. Okay. And I understand that you're looking deep into, linemen and stuff like that, but not a Duke offensive lineman. Who does Duke play, Shane? You're a college guy.
ACC talent. They play at Clemson. They play, but here's the thing. Duke has been pretty good the past couple years. You do find some good offensive tackles from smaller schools, but I've not heard that name that high up in the draft, guys. Okay. I haven't.
Well, that's Mel Kiper. So you're not agreeing with this one? Because I don't.
I'm not agreeing. I mean, if they took him maybe a little later on, but
okay,
I don't know if he's, hey, but we'll see. I mean, I have to look him up and see, but they do play some good teams in the ACC. Duke has been competitive recently, but usually Duke is garbage in football, and they don't recruit well.
Not a Mel Kiper first. I mean, I don't even know what he's smoking. Like, not a first round. Now, the second round, he picked Washington wide receiver Jalen McKellen. Okay, you would know
McKellen,
him?
yeah. Jalen
Okay.
McKellen, Washington
Okay.
State. Yep.
Give us a little bit of insight on him.
I think he's not like a super lanky guy, but he's fast, great hands. Played in the Pac-12, you know. But wide receivers, there's going to be a lot of wide receivers, I think, later on in the draft. They're going to be, you know, almost as good. I think you really want to go with a big body, a big frame, a big burly offensive tackle.
Right.
Maybe I wouldn't go with a receiver. I would go with a cornerback, a linebacker. I just don't think. I think there's a lot of really good receiver talent out there, and from what I've read recently, the Steelers are snooping around, diligently looking for the receiver position to fill the void. Also, they're going to be drafting a receiver, but I don't think that early.
Okay. But
He's a good guy.
okay,
He's good.
he's
a good
okay
pick.
for a second round Mel Kiper mock draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would give that
Okay.
a B. I'd give
Okay,
that a
'cause
B.
Boo said he never
Solid
heard
B.
of him either. That's a lineman, I'm sure. Now, well, you said something about sniffing around for receivers. We haven't signed Tyler Boyd, too much money. Any other receiver they haven't even looked at or actually have been coming around to, nothing as of late. Have you heard anything like that?
They're keeping everything close. They're close to they're playing their cards close to the vest. Nothing's been reported as of last I looked was 7 p.m. But we might put out maybe Friday afternoon. We'll see. Maybe we'll need to put out, like, me and you put out something 4 or 5. If anything pops off, we'll put out like a 4 or 5 minute video.
Yep.
If something breaks, we'll make that happen. We promise you, Steelers Dynasty
he's a little
podcast
scratchy. You're a little
fans.
funky. Shane, your mic is
it is.
funky. Thanks, Mark.
I'm broadcasting.
He's
from
in a
hotel room.
hotel. That's why he's a special field correspondent. He's everywhere. So now
I'm in Morgantown, West Virginia, for work.
Oh, geez. But anyway, I want to say last week we signed this tight end. Okay, I'm going to get him up on the teleprompter here. The Steelers signed tight end McCole Pruitt. Now, the logistics on him, Shane, he's 32 years old. Okay, but he also played under Arthur Smith in Tennessee from 2018 to 2020, and he played under him in Atlanta 2022 to 2023. And he's a solid blocker, and he knows the system of Arthur Smith, and he's 32, and he's going to be a run blocking type tight end. So, it's just, it is what it is. Depth. Oh,
I think he's a good pick. Am I coming in clear now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. I think I think it'd be a good pickup for the Steelers. He's a veteran, but he doesn't just jump off the page as like, oh wow, kind of like it happened with Fields and Russell Wilson. But those moves were so big and cataclysmic for the Steelers. It's kind of hard to get to gauge everything else after that.
Well, the Steelers also, I don't know if you heard this. I don't know if Mark heard this or anybody out there in Steeler land, but the Steelers were looking to sniffing around Donovan Smith, the 30-year-old tackle at the Kansas City Chiefs. Spent 8 years at Tampa, 1 year with the Chiefs, got a ring. You know what? That would be, if they sign him at an economical deal, he'd be an upgrade from Dan Moore. If they decide to do that instead of draft a tackle,
I think they need to sign him and draft a tackle.
Okay. Booth said you disappeared. He's back, Booth. Yeah, he disappeared briefly. So, yeah, and also, since one of the receivers has actually left the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mr. Miles Boykin is gone. He went to the New York Giants today. I don't know if you knew this. He went to the Giants. He signed. He was good in the special teams, and that's what he was, a headhunter in special teams. And him and Miles Killebrew were great. Hey, God bless you. Thank you for your service. But now you're not a Steeler, so adios, amigos. So now the Steelers definitely need another receiver because now
I don't know. There has to be some sound. Lose both gunners. There has to be some sound logic, and here is the logic. I think they have to totally relook special teams with the way the new kickoff is, and kickoff return is being set up. So,
Okay.
I think they're in the booth. They realize that I think what you do there, hear me out, is you
I'm
don't
listening.
have to have long, athletic, fast guys running down there. You can put more of a Will or Sam, middle linebacker type up on there because they're only going 10 yards, maybe 5 yards up.
They don't have to go.
You know,
They don't have to be the guy. They don't have to be
yeah,
gunners anymore.
it's more of a linebacker position than the athletic guys running.
Okay.
Multiple,
Well,
20 plus yards and then engaging in a tackle. So,
like Mark says, Watkins that we signed from the Eagles or cornerback will step up, especially Corey Trice, who was on injured reserve, fills in some because hopefully he makes a spot. And the punt return gunners, they will find a quarterback or receiver. Okay. And Boothie says he heard that we're sniffing around to Denver's wide receiver.
yes.
Okay,
but it's one of those things I can't confirm. I don't want to go on here with pure speculation. I want to at least, when I come on here, guys, I want to at least read 3 articles where I see that it's
right.
happened. Okay. Because we're not that type of podcast where we're breaking news.
No.
Okay.
No, my God, no.
We're for the casual fan that is in a car, wants to kind of find out what the hell's going on with the Steelers.
Yep.
We bring it to them. We don't try to preach like we're coaches because we're fans and you're a super fan. And, we just want to make sure that we're entertaining too. We don't want to bore the hell out of you.
Right.
But, it's the off season.
Yeah.
This is what we're speculating. And right now, speculation.
Yeah, and unless we get something like right before I go on or something, because I look at stuff too before I go on and do that. And then look, we are not in the Steelers Pittsburgh. We're not in the Pittsburgh media, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Shane, we just do. And Shane has come on as my special field correspondent because his knowledge on college football adds to the flair of stuff.
Right.
And Shane will give you an unbiased opinion.
Right.
The
I'm
Pittsburgh
I'm not a super fan. I love the Steelers.
I'm going to give you a biased opinion.
Casual. Yeah.
I mean, I cry myself to sleep and wake up victorious if we win games. So, okay. Yep. So, hey, your sister's in. Hi, Jessica. And Mr. Colbert Sr., thanks for tuning in. And, shit on the Bengals. Craig says picking up. Well, it could be. It could be. I think we're going to be okay. I think Wilson has been doing some off-season stuff with Pat Freiermuth, I believe, and I agree with that one. Steelers media sucks.
Here's something that you really need to understand, that other teams don't know exactly what they're going to get in the draft either. They have an idea.
Right.
And here's the thing. It's such a science now. They're about 85% sure on a lot of these folks because it's going to pan out. But there's always the variable. So when the people in the management positions that are looking at, your general managers, your coaches, when they make that decision to draft someone, that's going to change the dynamic of what their roster looks like.
We need one. We need to fill Dante's spot.
So when those positions come open, there's going to be receivers out there for the Steelers to grab. So in 2 weeks when the draft happens, there's going to be some fall off. So there's people jockeying right now, making trades, but it's all going to wash out.
And like you said, they're holding everything to their breast. They're not going to give everything away because there could be a couple. We could be drafting. We could be trading up in the draft or something here. I don't know. And Mr. Colbert says evening family. Now I got this here. I did have 16 Steelers free agents that haven't signed. Okay. I got 15 because Miles Boykin after today he signed with the Giants. Okay. So I got linebacker Kawan Alexander hasn't been signed anywhere yet. Okay. Miles Boykin signed with the Giants. This I do not want. Center Mason Cole has not signed anywhere. I don't want him. No. Linebacker Marcus Golden. I would like a thumbs up for that one. Presley Harvin III he hasn't got a job. He's probably working at Bilo, bagging groceries, or at other places that are facilities that I work at. Running back Godwin Ikabuk. Nah, we can get table scraps. Linebacker Blake Martinez. He actually wasn't too bad. With the depth when we needed people in that later 5 or 6 games in the end of the season.
I only saw him in one game for one series. That's all I can recall. Nothing.
Now, safety Keanu Neal. I don't know. I think they're going to go younger. Now this one's kind of crazy. Okay, you said Blake won't sign. Okay. Quarterback Patrick Peterson has been stating that he would like to come back to Pittsburgh. As a different, not as a quarterback, maybe as a safety, but I don't see him coming back and tootling, Porter a little bit more. I don't see
safety is a difficult position for a quarterback to transition to. I mean, what are your thoughts, Bubba? Because I've heard him go into receiver.
Well, the best one was quarterback when Woodson, when he was a quarterback, and then the Steelers, Steelers should have had him as a safety, and he would have probably ended his career at Pittsburgh, but he went out to 49ers and the Raiders.
No, but I don't know if he's heavy enough to play safety.
I don't
know what his. I have to read and see exactly what his build is.
I just think he's a little. I think he's a little slow.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's not the. I have to place the face with the name with that one, guys and gals.
After the draft, maybe 50% chance. I think he's done. Yeah, him and his cousin McFadden do a podcast.
Yeah,
they would only sign him if somebody got hurt, maybe, and maybe they're just keeping him on standby. Okay, safety Elijah Riley. I don't know. Linebacker Chappelle Russell, probably not. Cornerback Shadon Sullivan, maybe, but he didn't seem like he broke. And linebacker Michael Walker, also plugging the holes in inside linebacker when we didn't have anybody. This one here, I don't want him. I don't want the Steelers re-signing him. Cornerback Levi Wallace. No, I do not.
Cornerback Levi Wallace. No.
We'll just. Last year was terrible. The year before.
So far, Bubba, there's like 3 thumbs up, and the rest are thumbs down.
Yeah, probably more Marcus Golden right now, and then maybe defensive tackle Renell Wen. Maybe. Yeah, Wallace is gone, and he never needs to come back again. So realistically, you're looking at probably maybe Elijah Riley, in my opinion, and Marcus Golden. I would take out of all them, just sign Marcus Golden because everybody else is fucking table scrap. They got Dante Jackson, yes, from Carolina. Yeah, so out of that one, 5 free agents the Steelers should bring back at some point. This was an article that I looked at, and they had Marcus Golden, and they had Mason Cole, which I said absolutely not. Kawan Alexander, but Kawan's injured. But I would take Kawan and Marcus Golden. Shedden Sullivan, and then it was Patrick Peterson. So, yeah.
Now, I saw him hit my feed while I was at dinner about the Jets. The Steelers were looking at a Jets player.
I didn't see that.
I'm trying to think who that was. If anybody in the comments, let us know if you've heard anything.
Yeah, I did not see that. I don't know, because I try to look at stuff all day on Wednesday, like Steelers news, and I put Steelers stuff on my social Facebook page all the time. So I mean, it's just they want new players. Yes.
So Bubba, you have a new sponsor.
I do have a new sponsor. I have a couple of sponsors for the APWF show in June. I have a lot of insurance people I'm getting. It's great.
And hey, these sponsorships are across all of your channels.
Yes.
So
yes, I'll do the same. I do the same plugs. And ladies and gentlemen, a proud sponsor of the APWF show is Mr. Dave Smith, State Farm Insurance. Look at that. State Farm in Clymer, Pennsylvania. Nice. Go out and see Dave Smith. Actually, Dave is my homeowner's insurance and my car insurance guy. So, great. Dave, I've been dealing with Dave for 20 some years and beyond. So
Dave's been dealing with you, Bubba.
Well, yeah, because I pay him, so he's been dealing with me. But
Sure.
but yes, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Dave Smith in Clymer, Pennsylvania. If you guys need any State Farm, go out and see Dave in Clymer if you're in the area. He's a proud sponsor of the APWF show that we'll be having in June, my first wrestling show back. And also, I have Shadco, proud sponsor of the APWF show. Shadco with all your outdoor. They do a whole bunch of stuff. They build roads.
Shout out to Brad Shadle.
Shadle. Yes. Thank you, Brad. They do a lot of stuff. They plow. They do driveways. They do irrigation. He has $1 million corporation.
I
do a lot of stuff.
I have Brad Shadle story. You want to hear it? It's a good one.
Sure.
It's family friendly.
Okay.
So I think it was like 5th or 6th grade. Remember that song, Doctor, Doctor, Give Me the News? I got a bad case of loving you.
Loving you. Yes, I remember that.
Well, we had a teacher, Mr. O'Malley, and if kids
I
were being
remember him.
loud, he would say freeze, and everybody would freeze, right?
Uh-huh.
So Brad Shada went to the bathroom. He came back. Everybody is frozen. And guess who's bopping along singing, Doctor, Doctor, Give Me the News? I got a bad case of loving you.
Brad Shadle.
Brad Shadle. I told him that story. He didn't remember, but other people remembered it. So that's a great good. Brad Shadle story.
Well, I had Mr. Bittner. What grade was that? 5th grade?
I think 5th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 5th or 6th grade.
Oh, it would be 6th grade. Yeah, because it was him. It was Duncan, O'Malley.
Yeah,
and,
I had
Bittner.
Duncan and O'Malley. Yeah,
I had Bittner.
Yeah.
We played football all the time.
But anyways, that's a great short story, and thanks, Brad, for sponsoring Bubba's channels.
Thank you. Yes. Now let's get to some new Steeler jerseys. I'm not buying any jerseys because I've been known to get bit twice shy. Okay, but these are the Steelers and their new numbers. Justin Fields is number 2. Wilson is 3. Look at that, 2, 3, and 4. Kyle Allen, 4. Brian Burns and Bill Burr is number 5. Patrick Queen is 6. Van Jefferson is 11. Quans Watkins, number 16. Deshaun Elliott, 25. Dante Jackson, 26. Le'Veon Bell number. Okay, and this one here, that Antonio Brown was getting pissed off because Cordell Patterson is now number 84. So if you have an 84 jersey, just put Patterson on some white tape on the back. I know my wife got it. I got Tam a Antonio Brown jersey, and then a year later, then he went all crazy. And 94 is defensive lineman Dean Lauer. Those are your new Steelers linemen, receivers, quarterbacks, the numbers, the jerseys. If you want a jersey, go get one.
Okay.
But I'm not getting one.
Question for you, Bubba. Put that back up real quick. Put that back up.
Okay, let me put it back up. I was going to get – okay, let's go. I'm putting it back up on the Bubbatron.
Out of those jerseys, so I want folks in the comments to tell us which one's going to sell the most. What do you think? Is it going to be Justin Fields? Are people going to do the Russell Wilson jersey?
Well, Fields? You know what? Out of this, I bet you the fucking Bill Burr, Brian Burns punter, number 5 could be.
Thinking.
You know what?
We rock that.
Yeah.
And then we get a fan club going, and then we can get Mark on to translate so we can understand what the hell he's saying.
Yeah. I'm all about the punter.
The same language.
Yeah, because I'm going to say it's probably Justin Fields. No one's buying it. I would not buy any jerseys, and I'm just not doing any newer jerseys. I mean, TJ Watt, but I'm not buying a Watt jersey, so I'm just not.
The last jersey I had was number 10, and guess whose name was on the back?
Number 2, Cordell Stewart.
That's right. I think I had that in 1996.
Next to Minka. He said, Bill Johnson.
Bill Johnston.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'm telling you, the punter is probably number 5. But they all change these numbers now, so it is. Well, Craig says people love the quarterback. Oh well, maybe you got a good thing.
Will sell.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Craig with his picture with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. Craig, that was awesome, man. He sent it to me. Hey, good stuff, man. You got to meet the Hulkster.
And if you look down there, ladies and gentlemen, you can see.
There he is. There
Craig.
he is. That's Craig and the
Pat
Hulkster.
with
WrestleMania.
And it's straight Hulk Hogan, not Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Nope, straight Hulk Hogan. I mean, Hulk Hogan got to be straight, you know. As long as he's not hanging out with Bubba the Love Sponge, we're okay. So yeah, I would say,
wife.
yeah, she was terrible. But yeah, I mean, I would not get any jerseys. I would not buy. I have no desire. I have a custom made 77 Broderick Jones, but I put my name on the back. I but I would get older ones. I always still would really want a Merrill Hodge jersey, still to this day.
Yeah.
And I have 2 Big Ben jerseys. I have a Lamar Woodley jersey. I had a Jerome Bettis jersey. I had I don't know why I had a Hines Ward. But
I was looking through my pictures, and a picture of my dad, me, and Pouncey came up. Me and Pouncey, me and Kiesel. So I have to share those one of these times.
Yeah,
when
bring them on. Well, Mark Benamedes in the house. Justin's in the house. Stephen Harris is in the house. Now, Mr. Colbert Sr. said Fields, and he said give Pickens the number 1 jersey.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well,
so what are your thoughts on the 0 number?
Well, that would have to be a kicker.
Well, I don't know.
Like, or double 0 would be a great, like a middle linebacker. Double 0 would be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm getting with number 0 in the last name Super Bowls. That's funny. They're not gonna. I'll tell you what. I don't think Cincinnati's going to be back in anything for a long time. I don't think they have. I don't think they have anybody. Nor do I care.
What about the Bills selling off?
It's bargain prices. I don't care either. I'm happy because I want to go. I don't want to go up there. I want them to come down here and we kick their ass.
Who? Okay, Bubba. Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Go ahead.
Who, right now, if the season were to start, and I know the draft is in a couple weeks, and I know this is way too early.
Okay, that's okay.
Who are the Steelers in Week 12 competing with for the last couple of weeks? I mean, they're in the home stretch of the season.
They're going to be competing with in their division. They're going to be competing with the Ravens.
Yep.
Okay, but also too in the AFC, they're going to be competing with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champs, and this other team they could be competing with to be a viable shot in the playoffs. I'm going to go with the San Diego. Well, I call them San Diego. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think the Chargers.
So I think the Ravens are in the AFC North is going to be the biggest challenge for them. I think they're solid. But I agree. I think all those in the AFC,
right. I mean, I don't see. Well, I don't
see the Browns.
I don't consider the Browns. I don't like Miami. I don't care about
Cincinnati.
Buffalo had its time. That time has already passed. And I know. Well, the Texans and Ravens.
The Texans. Yes, the Texans.
Well. But if we play them this year, we're not going to get spanked like we did last year.
Well, but we thought the Steelers were going to roll over them last year.
Yeah, I thought. Well, it was. We got beat by a rookie coach. Bills are done. Yes, Bengals are done. Mr. Colbert Sr. says we are winning the North this year. I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm all pro Steelers anyway, even before we drafted. So yeah.
Hey guys, like and subscribe, and if you're
please
watching
subscribe.
us
Here's a Steeler
Facebook,
fact. Steeler fact of my lovely Steeler calendar trivia that I got from Jinxie Jinx and the Funky Bunch. Steeler fact: with 3,549 yards from 2008 to 2012, he ranks number 10 on the Steelers' all-time rushing list. This is a fact that just turned into a trivia. Does anybody know this trivia? With 3,549 yards, I'll give you guys a little hint. From 2008 to 2012, ranks number 10 on the Steelers' all-time rushing list, and he badmouthed Big Ben during a Super Bowl, and he was a screenwriter for Ballers. Those are the only hints I'm giving you. Shane, do you know?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Bell.
No. Mark is absolutely right. Rashawn Mendenhall. Mendenhall is the ranked number 10. It was a Steelers fact, but I turned it into a lovely trivia question. And he did fumble. He did definitely fumble on that drive. Definitely. No, not Willie Parker. I'll give you one. I'll give you guys another one because I have a whole bunch of these that I don't ever use. And last week we gave Brock Thompson in our Mega Mania cast season tickets home openers to the Pittsburgh Pirates, donated by Kurt Mears. Kurt, thumbs up. Thank you so much. So one of our listeners on the other show actually got 4 tickets to the home opener Pirate game last week. It was cold as shit too.
Snowing.
Here is a trivia. What running back is the only player in Steelers history, and this is entering the 2021-22 season, to return a kickoff more than 100 yards for a touchdown? Wow.
I think I know who it is.
Nobody's getting this one. You know why? Because it's in 1969. And if you know, if you guys get this, you're gonna host your own goddamn Steeler podcast. Chris Ward, thanks for coming on. Yeah, this is a hard trivia question. I'll give it to you guys one more time. What running back is the only player in Steelers history entering the 2022 season to return a kickoff more than 100 yards for a touchdown? And it was in 1969. It was 101 yards, and his name was Don McCall. Nobody would have got that. Nobody. I mean, it'd be a great try.
Didn't Don McCall write American Pie?
That was that was Don what's his name? McLean? Okay. Okay. This is a Steelers fact because today is the 10th. So this is the April 10th Steeler facts, ladies and gentlemen, on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Steelers won a league high 8 games over the 2020 and 21 seasons when trailing entering the fourth quarter. McLean. Don McLean was Mark Benamini said Don McLean for the singer.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to be a smart ass.
No, I didn't know. I mean, we could do karaoke. So yes, that is my those are my Steeler fun facts. So we're gonna do another proud sponsor of the APWF show. Proud sponsor is my man. Let me get it here. Where's it at? I thought I had it somewhere. Oh, this guy right here. Another insurance guy. If you need Aflac with the duck and the geese, contact Shane Brandenburg at us.aflac.com. I just did this logo. I did this for him. I'm going to do it a little better. I did it real quick. So Shane, I'll do it better.
So punch it up.
Yeah, I'll do it better. But you guys in the area of Western Pennsylvania, contact Shane if you need Aflac. I know they do health. They do cancer stuff. Shane does a lot of stuff. He's been doing it for a lot of years, and he's also
Brandenburg. Give me a call.
Brandenburg.
I'm thinking about getting it. So give me a
call. There you go.
For my wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Contact him. Shane is a proud sponsor of the APWF, and hopefully to sponsor some more shows. We were talking. He wants to see how this goes. So I'm hoping thumbs up. It's a kick-ass sellout show. So, and anybody, like I said, any businesses in the Indiana County area or beyond, we also had a couple. We actually got hold on here. I have this
production company.
A production company out of Vegas. Break All Productions, Frank Morano's production special effects company, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience, and also One Pittsburgh. Todd DeFazio. Check out the channel and check out his show, Club Sandwich, proud sponsor. They actually go into Pittsburgh and eat all these sandwiches. And also another insurance company, Wallback, Wob. In Homer City, Rob Wallback Insurance, proud sponsor of this upcoming show. I'm telling you, I a lot of people, and I totally appreciate it. AHT, big, huge sponsor. Will be sponsoring the main event, and his 15701. I believe this is his cancer organizations. I believe Chad Henry did beat cancer, so God bless him. And he also is a scout for the Indianapolis Colts, and he was actually a booker in APWF back in the mid days in 2000s. So he's a proud sponsor for the main event. So Big Matt, thanks for tuning in. So let me see here. I did a podcast with Oneberg. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, Don McLean Road, American Pie. Well, yeah. So hey,
Wrote, but it's okay.
yeah. Well, he
Happens
wrote it,
to
he
me.
sang it. So hey, Shane, I know you got to get back because you're you're working. You're probably in a hotel, probably been
Yeah,
working the
it's
whole day.
I about every few months I'll teach a Lean Six Sigma class, and it's really hard being witty and charming all day and then coming on here. But it's
Well, no, I
easy when I'm
appreciate
with you because
Well, I
you're
appreciate it.
just such a charismatic cat. And thank you
Oh,
for
I'm a
the
big
fun
fat cat.
times at the at your Triple B Bar and Grill.
Well, thanks for coming to the WrestleMania party. You and your in April. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's
it's
been a
fun.
while since. Yeah, that's cool. Well, we'll have to do it again. But yeah, I'm trying not to eat. I'm trying to eat healthy now. So it's like
I
hard.
have been doing good so far, even though
I got on a stress test the other day, man. Those are hard. You ever had a stress test?
yeah, you have to run for 12 minutes.
Oh man, I didn't make 12, man. I tapped out. So I gotta lose some weight. And I have to go back because it came inconclusive actually. So I don't know. So
That's what
yeah,
mine did, but I couldn't get my heart rate up.
my heart rate was up, but I think they said they had something on my left side. It wasn't registering or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And we don't have any heart issues in my family at all. Either side, my mom's side or my dad's side, we do not.
Hmm.
So my mom's side, their longevity, my uncles are in their 90s and still driving around. So God bless them. But my stress test. No, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't get all crazy anymore because I don't want to kill over. That Buffalo double overtime when TJ Watt blew his elbow out. I thought I was having a heart attack because I was screaming so loud. But before we get out of here, I wanted to, hey, Steele, what's up? I wanted to put this out because I seen this and this is actually true. This is actually true because since we're getting around close to draft and we are going to have a draft show live. I'm not going down to Pittsburgh. I told JT Toth, thank you. I just can't make it this year. I want to get this Dynasty podcast show bigger and bigger, and I want people to subscribe and watch us. We will be on at 7:00 draft night, going through every pick, chit-chatting, doing whatever, up to the Steelers pick, or maybe I can keep it going for the first round and then chop it down. Because maybe everybody will want to listen to what we have to say on the first round. But we will try to go first round. I believe maybe we will have the Steelers Realm podcast. I threw it
We'll
out
have
to JT
different
and the boys.
people coming in and out.
Yeah.
And,
It's going to be me and
Punksy
Shane.
Pete,
Punksy Pete. Well, we have to.
I put a letter in his nana's box, and
okay.
that
Well, I was going to write him
you know what I'm saying?
a pigeon or something. I like to have Brian Burns on, but I don't know. Burns can, maybe 5 minutes, and then he can scale away. So, but I don't know. Maybe we can get Mark on. Maybe we get Steeler Jesus. That'd be great because we need to pray for a first round pick. But he's probably doing something. He's probably booked. Steeler Jesus. He's probably booked. He's probably going to be down at Pittsburgh. He's probably. I bet you him and all those guys, they probably do something down at the draft. I guarantee it because he's always doing stuff, man. His Facebook.
Reach out, see what he says.
Well, he could jump on when he's there on his phone real quick and just say hey, So, but we are going to do that Thursday night at 7:00. I'll make a nice graphic and we'll get it. It's if it's not a mega cast, it will be a mega cast because I'll have people coming on and we're going to do a huge draft party. If Steelers Realm guys are jumping on Freight Train, TA, and JT, whatever. Whoever comes on, we're gonna, maybe get Ralph Williams to jump on, use Ralph's knowledge, and we will have that.
And the draft, I believe, is the 25th.
I think it is Thursday. Oh, thanks, Craig.
26th.
Yes, we are on Twitter too. This is going live on Twitter on my personal Twitter page, which I don't have a lot of Twitter followers. but I still put it on Twitter, and I do Twitch, which I'm not a young kid, but also too, everybody, it's on my personal Facebook, but you guys need to jump over to the YouTube channel, which is a new YouTube channel.
Please do.
And we'll have, if there's any Steeler news that comes up, I will put out videos. Me and Shane can do a video. We can do whatever we can because sometimes he's busy. And if not, I'll get the video out, and these will be short videos. Stuff. It's definitely during draft and stuff like that. So
no, I'll clear my schedule. I'm going to take the
okay.
following day off because I think it's April's birthday.
Oh, you're so.
And
we'll
just
Friday,
make a nice. We'll just broadcast. Late
I'll be up. I'll be up
and,
because I don't. You know me. I don't go to.
And then we'll.
Thank you.
And then make it evening.
Thank you, Mark.
But,
and everybody, please subscribe to this guy. Come on, everybody. He does shows all the time. This guy right here, Steelers Nation Australia. Subscribe.
Hey, Bubba, in my quest to get us a star, okay, I'm this much closer. You want to hear why? I reached out to someone. He's going to try to get a hold of Craig Wolfley.
That'd be huge.
So
I interviewed Craig last year when I got on the field.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this Saturday night, the Steelers basketball team will be at the Kowalczyk Center Saturday night at 8 p.m.
For charity.
I'm gonna for charity. I'm gonna see if I can get down to that show. But I have a wrestling meeting at 4:00. So, and I do work this whole weekend. So I'm gonna be writing a lot of stuff in my planner. That's for sure. So we'll see if I can get any Steelers to try to. I'll try to get them on or do whatever. I appreciate you too, Mark. Thank you so much.
Mark, I still need your email address. Still need your address because we're going to send you a care package.
Yes. I got coasters.
I have some black and gold Fruit of the Looms for you.
Well, I don't have them. Those are parachute.
Well, they were white, and then I just shitting them. No, I'm serious. We're going to send them a hat and some.
Whoa, Ralph Williams is in the house. Ralph. Thank you so much, Ralph. We're talking about the big draft show. I know you'll be doing stuff.
Beaver County's finest.
Guys. Beaver County's finest. I was on his show last week. He has so many shows. He's on every Tuesday night, 4 to 6, with Smoking Jim Frazier on Beaver County Sports Corner, talking sports. And then he does a show at 5:30 where he talks wrestling. He'll email you, he said. So, and then he does he does the post games right after every Steeler game in the Steelers season. Check him out. I've been on that show. Shane's been on that show. So yeah, I try to promote everybody. So
I have been on his show, even though he has credentials and a press pass to pit events.
Yeah. He said he signed a new contract with Beaver County Radio. So there you go, everybody. Check out Ralph Williams on Facebook, his Internal Bum podcast, Ralph's Opinion, and the Sports Corner with him and Smoking Jim Frazier. So everybody, I think, I'm going to do a little bit more here before we get out of here. Bob's Pizza, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience and the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I got to go see Ted about some sponsorship. I tried to make it. And Watkins Boxing. And also NFL Elite. You want all NFL talk, you go to Elite Banner, Rich Smoke, and Freight Train. Rich was at WrestleMania. And speaking of WrestleMania, this kid, Kal-El, had the greatest time of his life, man, seeing the story finally finish. So buckle to buckle with Kal-El. Check him out. So he said, Ralph says, thank you, guys. Bubba, I need your wrestling company info so I could put it on there. Okay, will do, brother. And we will have the website up very, very soon. I am looking to get the LLC. That's why the APWF website is not up. I am waiting through the state. I applied for it for the LLC so we can get tickets out because, ladies and gentlemen, this is now a business. It's just not a hobby. So it is what it is, but I want to make sure I get everything across my T's and dot my I's. So, but everybody, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And I think I got everybody. I think Alley Cat Beverage, proud sponsor.
Oh, nice logo.
Yeah,
I like
you like that logo? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, proud sponsor, and yeah, that's pretty good. So everybody, tune in next. Oh, Ralph said Steelers drafting Phil Jakovic from Pitt in their first round. Phil is a tight end. I can't see him drafting a tight end in the first round.
Ralph,
I don't know about that, Ralph.
Insight.
Maybe you know.
Insight that we don't
you
have,
might
brother.
know. You must have been talking to Tomlin. But I maybe a lineman, but not a tight end. But hey guys, thank you guys so much. We will see everybody here next Wednesday night with more Steelers news, more Steelers talk. And Shane will be back, and we try to be as entertaining as we can. So please hit like and subscribe on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Look, this right here, people. Right here it is. There it is, right there. The Steelers Dynasty podcast. Go in on YouTube, subscribe. We got a small band of Steeler fans on it. I put 3,000 invites out. It should be clicking, people. Just hit, the click on Facebook. We have a Facebook site, Steelers Dynasty podcast site. I think we have 700 or something on the Facebook, I believe. But we need those 700 on the YouTube channel. But also, too, before I get out of here, Shane, the Triple B Experience actually got nominated again for the best podcast in Indiana County. So if anybody in Indiana County see me on the Facebook, hit like and go in and vote for the experience. The experience is both of these, is all the concepts of what we do, because somebody nominated me. It wasn't me. So, and last year I got the silver.
It wasn't me this year.
Well,
it wasn't me this year.
Well, I don't know who I'm going against. The Steelers Round Boys again. They got gold. I got silver. I was the Intercontinental Champion. So this year I'm going to finish my story in podcasting history. I'm going to finish my story. So everybody, yes, everybody, I'm going to write my own story. I'm going to finish my story. I got my other half in over here. I'm going to finish my story, and my story is to win gold in Indiana County, but I'm not paying $1,500 for advertising. But
yeah, if you win the gold, hopefully it'll touch people in the feels like it did with Cody.
Well, Steele says that was their bum quarterback last season. Oh, Phil Jarovic. Steele's a big Pitt fan. I'm glad I didn't buy any Kenny Pickett action.
He's a bum tight end too.
Well, I'm glad I didn't buy any Kenny Pickett because I went to the comic book store and there was Kenny Pickett action figures like still on there, and they're still going for $30, and you can't even give those things away. So, yeah, terrible. So, okay, everybody. Shane, thank you. Shane, you got promoting. You doing anything this week on your stuff, on your shows?
Yeah, tomorrow at 9:30, I will be doing my Big 12 Fan Zone. Lots of conference realignment things. And on my fan-to-fan show and Big 12 Fan Zone, I will be doing Magic 8 Ball versus AI all season. And we're going to see who wins, the Magic 8 Ball or AI.
Oh, interesting. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Everybody, thanks for tuning in with your questions and comments. Please hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Look for Steelers Dynasty podcast. Hit subscribe. You'll hear the notifications. You'll see me and Shane live every Wednesdays at 9. And we will actually have some videos, some small videos throughout the week if we see any or hear any Steelers stuff that's going down. And also get ready for the Steelers draft. The big, huge draft party. You guys can drink and we can watch the Steelers draft all together, and it'll be exciting Thursday night, I think April 25th at 7 p.m. I'll have it ready. You guys can see it live. And I won't break my closet like I did when we
drafted. No closet breaking.
No closet breaking. Okay, Shane. Thanks, brother, for tuning in. Everybody, thank you. Have a good night. I'll see everybody on the Triple B Experience Friday night at 9 o'clock. Next week, I'll see you here at 9. See you, Shane.
See you, buddy.